to welcome everybody. First and foremost, all my hustlers, all my ladies, all my survivors, Just want to thank you for tuning in. What you about?
Good people, it's your boy Jay the Actor, aka Mr. J Week CNT himself, back with another episode of Really Now. Really Now? Really? What's going on? I know it's been a while since we posted any videos, but we're back like we never left before. Last time we left y'all off with social media, and I told you that was a two-part, so I had to bring another perspective. So with that being said, I'm going to introduce to the world my homegirl, Miss Shelly P. Say something to the people.
Hey, people.
So every time I post a video with me, they always like, oh, you don't never have a woman's perspective. So finally, I guess they have you to give your some perspective.
Don't worry, ladies, I got y'all.
Okay. So we got real questions, so I hope you're ready to answer these. You good?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. Don't hold back, though.
Let's go.
We about to see what's going on. So we're just going to get right into it. So, I mean, one of the things I got on here as far as the questions, they said, do you feel social media has affected the way we communicate as people? Like, do you feel like it's really changed anything with the social media?
I definitely feel there's a big difference on how people talk now. Me personally, I don't talk to people. Like, I don't have time. I don't want to hear your conversation. So I'll send you a message and you hit me back real quick with an answer. I don't need you to be like, oh, girl, what you doing? Where you at? Where you been? I need it to be, hey, you gonna meet me later? Yes, cool.
Wow, quick. So do you feel like it's also like affecting relationships too, or how like couples are communicating? Or?
I feel, yeah, in some ways it can, but only if you allow it. I mean, I particularly don't agree that you should communicate to your boyfriend through social media. Y'all should be able to talk. So
I got you, but I mean, the reason why I say that because like a couple weeks ago, I was in a restaurant and it was a couple that looked like they were on a date. But it was like the whole time they were just sitting at their phones, like not even communicating. I was just like, wow, that how much things have changed. Well, I guess we don't even know how to really communicate without really having our cell phones and things like that.
That definitely is a pet peeve of mine. I don't be on a date with me and the whole time you checking your Facebook like, yeah, my boy, look at this. No,
hey, but he might. What if he's like was he even in sports? He might be on fantasy league. And he's
in a date, I need you to talk to me. Visual, eye contact. I don't need you to be sitting there telling some, yeah, my mom, she liked my picture.
Okay, okay. Well, I mean, the good thing I can say about, your Facebooks and, Instagrams and things, it's a good way for me, have family out of town. It's good for them to be able to communicate with the kids and everything, see pictures and everything. Yeah. So I guess for that aspect for me, it's kind of good. But I can say it really can kind of change how you communicate because you don't really know how to be social anymore.
Yeah.
You
in the room and everybody on their phone. Everybody's separate. You gotta be like, hi, what are we doing? Welcome. How are you?
So would you say that was something that you think we need to do more of?
I definitely feel like when you're in a social gathering, you should be able to socialize. I should be able to come to you and say, hey, how are you? And you don't text me back. I'm fine.
I agree. Okay. So the next thing I have is, do you feel like people put on airs for social media? So do you feel like people are, their relationships are that great or they, have that much money or that much cars or whatever? What's your take on that?
I definitely feel, I'm not going to say some of my friends, but some people with their 20s lined up on their bed and that's just their paycheck they just cashed and, you got this car that's not yours, you're leaning up against. I do feel like people put on a show for people for no reason because honestly all you do is like the picture and move on. I mean, what's the point?
Right. So I mean, what do you think has caused that? Do you feel like it's a force of you trying to fit in or you trying to be better than the next person or trying to keep up? Like
somebody's trying to keep up with the Joneses, as you say. I mean, trying to put on this lifestyle that you may or may not have. But I think it's unnecessary. I really do.
So you think that people should just, whatever it is, that's just what it is?
Hey, you made noodles for lunch, show your noodles. I mean, don't be trying to act like you had steak, you copying and pasting offline. You had noodles, it's fine.
I got you. But, I mean, my thing is, why do people have to post, every single thing? I'm in the shower, I'm getting out, I'm about to go to work, here's my dinner, breakfast, lunch.
I definitely think it ties back to our last question of being able to communicate and being able to socialize, that you have to put on, this is my day, because you don't have nobody around you. I woke up like this, I took a shower like this is my breakfast, this is my babies. It's too much. I think everybody should just live your life, let it be your life. You ain't got to post it for the world to see. Here and there, a baby shot, you taking a nice outfit picture, cool.
Cool. So you really, do you feel like, let me ask you this though, since you said you feel like people put on airs, would you think it's more guys or more you say more girls? Ladies, you about to get you.
Ladies, I'm sorry to say, but I do see a lot of, oh, me and my bae, and he does this for me, and then you call me like, girl, he just slapped me. I don't know why, but yet you're sitting there posting pictures like, y'all are all good. I don't know why we need to feel that we have to put on the front to show that everything's going good in our life when it's really not, and it's okay. Hey, whatever works for you. It doesn't work.
Now, you mentioned something that's really kind of, get on my nerves. Bae, what is that? Hold on. What is up with women posting bae this, bae that?
First of all, hey, it's a cute little nickname. Like, look at my bae right there. I don't use the word as much, but hey, it's out there, so why not keep up with the trend? But babe is the word. I use babe, and that's fine for me.
But my thing is that, all right, so you got, not say ladies, just for this point, but you'll have them 1 month, they first get in a relationship is bae this, bae that, then couple months, year or so go by, there's no bae, or there's a new bae.
That's
like,
like keeping up
what's
with
up
the
with
Joneses.
that?
They want to show this like we're happy, I'm good, and next thing you know, they ain't no good for me. Ain't nobody out there for me. Blah blah blah. Keeping up with the Joneses. Hey, just be real with yourself. This is my dude. He may be temporary at the bottom. Maybe not. That's all good. Hey, whatever works.
Okay, so you said, when you got the bae, you cool with that. So what about if you're in a relationship? Do you feel like you should have to put your status as in a relationship? I mean, I've seen people have in a relationship, but it's complicated.
Hey,
or like,
that was one of my last.
Oh my God.
I'm just letting y'all
What is up with that?
Hey, look, I am with him, but I'm just letting you know I have potential out there. If this don't work out, you can message me. But at the same time, I feel like it's not needed, but it draws more attention. Honestly, it really does. When you do that and it's complicated, there's always that guy or girl like, hey, what's complicated about it? Talk to me. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
So,
So do you feel like they should post it as having a status, or you cool like you don't really feel like it's necessary?
Now that, because I used to do that when I was younger, but now that I'm in a stable relationship, I don't really feel the need. I don't. I mean, It is what it is. I'm in a relationship. That's it.
That's it. Keep it simple.
So
ladies, all of y'all out there where it's complicated and everything.
Sometimes, maybe.
Hey,
it's okay.
I mean, I guess my thing is, I feel like it's okay if you do it, but like it shouldn't be. We're in a relationship, and 2 months later, it's complicated.
But things change. He could have. I love him today.
But if it goes back, then what's the point of switching it back?
Because things change.
Oh my God.
There's no consistent relationship. I mean, unless you're married. But hey, when you're dating, it's he's here. Tomorrow he's not. He's back. Tomorrow.
So you don't feel like it should just be easier just to not have it? Just don't even have. Just like disable that part. Wouldn't even have relationships.
No, because when you're in a relationship, what do you want to do? You want to share it with the world. Look at me, I got a bae.
So I feel like you should get one status change per year. Like that's it.
No.
Facebook, if y'all out there, make sure it should be mandatory one status per year. I don't think you can be able to switch it. Like, how do you go from person is bae to it's complicated or
all
this
I say
altogether?
is keep your cards right, because if not, you're replaceable.
Y'all heard it out there. So okay, I got you on that. So you do feel like people, kind of put on airs.
Definitely.
About certain things, but I feel like, hey, if it makes you feel better or makes you happy in your relationship,
live your life.
Go ahead, do whatever makes it feel better for you.
Exactly.
So that's cool. And then I've also noticed, like, it's talking about social media, like a lot of places, like when you go to jobs and stuff, like they put in like your Facebook status and everything. Do you feel like people kind of consider that before they post, or just like it's a free for all?
Definitely not. My cousin Buki right now announced on his page, and it's ridiculous. So I feel like certain things, yes, family member pictures, you out, things like that, you got to consider. Your manager is not going to approve this ounce of weed you got on your bed right now, and this girl that you got butt naked in the background.
So what about the people posting 420? You think that's?
A lot of people don't even understand what 420 is. They don't even do the act. So to sit there and celebrate a day that you don't do is kind of crazy to me.
So do you think that people are faking for when some people
Again,
put on 420?
back to the other question about what did we say? Trying to put on air. You don't smoke at all, but you over there 420 doing it big. No.
Hey, Hey, people drink on Cinco de Mayo, don't they? Don't
Yes,
have nothing
but
to do
there's
with it.
no drinking. There's no look at me drink. No. If you don't smoke and you don't get into those activities, just keep it real. No 420 hashtag 420 hashtag smoking it up. Leave it alone.
So have you ever put anything on social media that you probably may have had to take off for a job or?
Yeah.
See?
Again,
You
we were joking at one point.
Hey, but it's funny that you say that. So I remember in 2005, like Facebook, I was in college and Facebook was like the new thing. You know, everybody was off MySpace and Facebook came out and it was like kind of cool. You were in college, I was in college. I was like, hey, I ain't seen you in forever. And you can communicate.
Network.
And then now you got 65-year-old Agnes trying to be your friend and y'all ain't got no friends in common and she got a picture of her like, what's up?
That or the weirdos that don't have a picture and expect you to follow them. No, who are you? No.
But I thought it was all about getting more followers.
And I on that point, please stop with these follow me to get more followers because I can give you followers if you follow me pages. Cut it out. Stop it. If you don't have friends, admit you don't have friends and you're lonely.
I thought it was social though. You trying to make it more?
No, social media is for your immediate, those people you know, you're cool with, your family. Don't be trying to, him, her, them, they, we all friends. No.
So what about those ones like send me 100, I'll turn it to 5,000 and all those?
Those pages that you follow me so I can get you followers. No. If you have 3 friends, admit you have 3 friends. Don't nobody got 10,000 friends. Get out of here. You don't even know half their names. Stop it.
The only ones I can really say that you really see the 10,000 besides the celebrities are the women who post, little things of their dancing.
Yes.
And things like that. How do you feel about that?
I mean, would you follow a grandma who got her turtleneck all the way up here? Would you follow her? Exactly. But the ones with the cheeks showing and them pushed up and her lips all out and the flowing locks.
But I mean, it's like art, right? You don't think of it as art? Like if she's a model and she's posting a bathing suit picture, you don't feel like that's...
No, I don't.
I don't
I feel like you
personally
ladies
see
need to cover it up and leave some to the imagination because once they're your friend and they Google and they don't want to hear your conversation, so stop it.
We do want to hear your conversation.
They don't even read the comments underneath the picture before they like it. Get out of here.
The funny thing about that is that if you ever see a chick that has something on there just kind of look provocative, the funniest thing about it is the comments under. Like dudes like, yo, hit me up for a good time. I'm trying to get at you. Like they have the most thirstiest comments.
She can put whatever comment at the bottom. It could be all y'all gonna kill yourselves later. They can like, I love that.
But don't you feel like the ladies have something to do with that? Like, isn't that their fault that they're
yes, but at the same time, if you're gonna give me the attention, why not? If my day is based on how you make me feel, yes, I'm gonna post all kind of pictures.
So you feel that there's certain women are doing out there for the attention?
Definitely. Why else would you have half your cheeks out and all your man John out for the world to see?
Again, she can be a model. You don't think like
yes, as a model, does that mean that your breasts have to be out and your boobs gotta be hanging out the bottom of if you got on drawers?
What if she works at Magic City? Shout out to all the people in Magic City. What if she works there and she's just trying to promote to get more customers to come there?
Then get you a job flyer and put a job flyer on your page.
What if she's making money doing that? What's the problem?
Hey, if you're showing me for free on Instagram, why am I going to throw some dollars at you?
That's true. I got you.
Thank you, ladies.
So I got you. So here's to the meat and potatoes. This is the biggest portion of this whole social media thing. Relationships. How do you feel about relationships and social media? Do you feel like it can make it better? Do you feel like it can make it worse? Like, what is your take? Because last time I had my man Tim Jones, shout out to my boy Tim Jones, talking about, he wasn't a user at the time of social media. So he didn't have any social media. But his wife, she did have social media. He didn't have a problem with it. But, he was giving his take on it. But how do you feel about as far as with relationships when it comes to social media?
Well, you got to think about what social media, how it originally started. It was a networking site. It was a way to meet new people. If you take that networking site and create this dating scene while you're in a relationship, and this is my maybe section, this is my possible right here, my groupies, and maybe if I have a hard day, she'll make me feel a little better, or he or she will make me feel better.
Okay.
If you're using it in that way, then yes, it's a problem. If you're using it to, just like I said, keep up with friends, keep up with family, keeping it clean, no secret messages, no hidden files, then it's good. But at the same time, I do feel like us ladies, you gotta give your man that little bit. If he like a picture of a girl who's looking pretty decent, I don't need you to be on it. Who is she? Why you like this picture?
Thank you, ladies.
I do agree we take it a little overboard sometimes.
I personally don't feel like if a guy is following, you know, a young lady or whatever the case may be, I don't feel like it's a problem, you know, liking. Same thing, you know, the ladies liking a man's picture. I don't have a problem with that. Now, if you going in there putting man crush Monday and women crush Wednesday and all the other stuff like that, I think you doing a little bit too much.
I mean, to that's harmless fun. I mean, hey, Idris is my husband, by the way. That's
Idris
my
is
man
not
crush.
thinking-
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
He's not thinking about you. I'm pretty sure.
I'm not gonna get into that. But I think that's harmless. Harmless to say this is my man crush. I mean, I would expect you to put your spouse up there once in a blue moon just to keep it fair. But hey,
my thing is, a crush is what? Somebody like you in high school or something that you wanted that you couldn't get.
No,
that
like
they
I
never
said,
paid you attention.
Idris is my husband. And he knows about my love for him. So my baby, hey, see you later.
You and all the other millions
and
of
I
women
need y'all
out
to
there.
back up off him, but we ain't gonna get into that right now.
But I just feel like that whole woman crush and man crush, I feel like that should be more for somebody that you're not with. But that could also cause other problems because
yes, if
you
your
could be
spouse
with somebody
is insecure about themselves, then yes, you will feel some kind of way about man crush and woman crush. I would say, and I would like it. Oh yeah, she cute, babe. Bring her home.
Shut up. So you feel like it's okay if you're in a relationship for your spouse to or your person, your significant other to like or even have female friends on there of the opposite sex?
Yes, if she's a female friend, mutual of ours, so I can go in and say, hey girl, yes, it's fine.
So if you're in a relationship, you both have to be friends with her?
Absolutely. There's no secret friends. There's no hidden agendas and hey, no. We're friends. Hey girl, how are you? Hey sir, you know, we're all friends. This is a family.
Wait a minute, okay. So if your significant other has a friend, let's say from high school.
That is our high school friend, girl. Remember
So he
back
has
in the
to
day,
introduce her?
in the yearbook, I was in the background. That was me. We're all friends now.
Fellas, I hear this.
Yes, hear me loud and clear.
So what if,
Once
okay.
you're in a serious
That's it.
relationship and I'm getting the clap on you, yes, we are all friends.
That's when you know somebody serious when it's talking
I'm
clapping.
serious.
Real talk.
We are friends now, okay?
So would you say that the guy, so he has to meet all of your friends too?
Out of respect, yes. I would say that we all need to be friends. He should have respect. My friend should have respect for you as well as your friend should have respect for me.
So where do you feel like that line is wrong, where you feel like it's becoming too much? So if you have, you know, a friend that you have from high school, y'all communicate back and forth, hey, how's the kids going, family? At what point do you feel like it's
I feel
crossing
like
the line?
it's crossing the line when he sends you that late night text like, hey, what you doing? I think that's crossing the line. When he goes into the, you know, I've always had these feelings, you know, these emotions, that's when you be like, pump brakes.
So within that situation, how do you handle it? Like if that was a situation, somebody hit you up, hey, yo, what's good, Shelly P? I'm trying to holler at you. And they know your situation.
I feel like you should nip it in the bud then. Hey, this is what it is. If we're going to continue to be friends, I need you to toss that to the side. But honestly, let's be real. Once somebody tells you they have a feeling or they feel a certain way, that friendship is no longer a friendship. That's more on their end. So how can you sit there and be like, let me ignore that. He good. When in the back of his mind, he's like, yeah.
So you should just like nip it right in the bud right there.
It's going to be now. It's going to be, hey, you good? Okay, bye. That's that social media message right there. You good? Okay, bye.
So yeah, because my thing is that you have those, you know, people who you haven't talked to in a while. They hit you up to do, hey, I see you doing X, Y, Z, and blah blah blah, and then it's like, should you pay attention to that? Like, hey, respond back, or should it just
if there's
be
somebody
like,
just checking in on you, like, hey, haven't talked to you in a while. You good? How's your significant other? How's the fam? Yes, answer
so they
those.
should make sure that they
have to acknowledge that you're with somebody.
part.
If they don't ever acknowledge that you're with somebody, it should be a sign right there.
Okay. So with that being said, do you feel like that? Say for instance, you know, I know a lot of guys talk about, you know, that are married. Once they start working in places and things like that, they have people asking them, you know, their relationship status. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of women get mad when you don't tell them something at first. I didn't know like you're supposed to wear a t-shirt, hey, I'm married, don't talk to me. Like, should that be the case?
Yes. Sometimes the ring is not enough. Sometimes they don't zoom in on the ring. They bypass that. So you got to make sure you say yes. Because my wife earlier, when I was getting out of the car, my wife said, and my husband, you got to make sure you always reiterate that you're in a relationship.
But I feel like that's a little bit too much. Like if they see, I don't feel like
it's real. Okay, I feel like you have.
But why do you feel like is that? Do you feel like that? Is it because you're married you become more attractive?
Honestly, I really do. I feel like once they see that you made a commitment to somebody else, it's like, oh, look at him. He commits. I do that. I wish I had that for myself. So that's when they really be like, oh, look at him. They probably never looked at you ever a day in their life before that, but once you said I do to somebody else, it's like, look at him committing and being all
so
sweet.
So you become more desirable because that means that you kind of have
something that somebody else wanted you. It's like, oh, well, what did he have that she wanted?
But what about, women always talking about guys being thirsty on social media. What about these women? What about these ones that's sitting there hitting you up and hey, you look nice and all that? Like, you don't feel like that they should have some blame in this
Well, like
too?
I said, if you're single, yes, that's fine. That's called courting. I'm getting to know you. I want to get to know you. That's that. But when they do that and you're clearly, that status says in a relationship, not complicated, leave it alone. Then I don't understand why women and men don't. I feel like even for the women's side, I can say married, but then he's like, well, can you have friends? And it's friends, but it's like italicized.
So, I mean, I agree with you on that. I feel like you should, I mean, if you're doing, say you're in a committed relationship, you're going to do the faithful thing, then, you should do that. I don't feel like you should be trying to jump the fence and, play both sides. Because that's when the real problem comes in, when you try to see which way it is. You don't know which way
you're going. Some days I'm happily married. I love them and her. I love them. And other time it's like, but what if?
But even with that, you shouldn't even, if you are going through some things, I don't think that you should have to put it on social media. I feel like a lot of people, they air all that dirty laundry and they're like, oh, he ain't this, and this. And then 2 weeks later, y'all posting selfies together.
I ain't gonna lie. I used to be that, I can't, But, and honestly, it just makes you look crazy. It does make you look like, oh, okay, she got issues. I think you should keep it at home because guess what? As soon as you post that, oh, I'm tired, I'm done. Guess who in the inbox? You good?
No,
I'm trying to tell y'all, that's how they do it. Oh, he's sad. Let me comfort. Come on.
Hey, but the fellas, all they need is we just need a little glimmer.
Just a little indication
like
that
so y'all ain't married?
Look,
you sure?
It's like they in the back. They doing double ready.
Hey, we just making sure we're gonna be there for you. We're concerning. We're concerning creatures. We're concerned about you. So we gotta do what we gotta do. So I mean, I feel like everything you said, has been good, but before we go, we always gotta leave them with the last thought. So what would you say as a whole about social media? What do you want to leave the people with today as far as with that?
I think, honestly, social media is fun. Let it be fun. Let it just be an innocent, fun thing where you get to know new people. If you're in a relationship, if you're married, let it be y'all meet new people together. Y'all got friends together. Don't let it get you in trouble. Don't let it mess up something you got good, period.
Cool. With that being said, I mean, I agree. I feel like you got to know what you're getting yourself into. Don't try to feel like you can control the situation. If you feel like it's getting out of hand with the texting or the social media where they inbox and DM, just make sure that you have control of the situation because you don't really want to go to the other end of the spectrum, so.
Especially if you got a crazy one at home. I mean, if she crazy, it ain't even worth them.
I ain't cheap to keep on here. I'm telling you, you don't want these problems. So, man, we definitely enjoyed you, Shelly P, coming in. You gonna be back next week?
I will be back.
Cool. So next week we're gonna have a brand new topic for us. So we always gotta let you know where you can catch us at. Catch us online, jweeksentertainment.com. Catch us on Twitter at ReallyNowTV. Brand new site at ReallyNowTV on Twitter. Catch us on there and Instagram, ReallyNowTV. Also JWeeks_ENT. So it was a pleasure. We're gonna see you next time. Hopefully you ready because we got some better questions.
Ready. Let's get it.
Alright, and we thank y'all. We see y'all next time. Out here.
Yeah, I would like to welcome everybody. First and foremost, all my hustlers. Yeah. All my ladies. All my survivors. Yeah. Just wanna thank you for tuning in. What you're about to experience is just the thoughts and times of one of the greats. Young QP. Got that good old highway in the house tonight.